Hello guys, welcome back to the Roddy Mac channel. Wait, hold on.
Whew! Yeah, that's more like it. In the world of Hollywood, it is one thing to have a commanding presence in the areas of size, physique, or confidence, but to have a commanding vocal presence, now that can really separate the proverbial men from the boys. Being gifted with a favorable vocal timbre has provided many an actor with an opportunity to stand out from the crowd. In some cases, an actor's voice can become his most recognizable and marketable trait, transcending even his image and leading to a unique legacy all its own. But what lucky guys have been able to make this distinction? Well, that's why we're here in today's list, Top 10 Actors with the Best Speaking Voices. And before we begin, let's take some time to acknowledge our honorable mentions.
Let me ask you something. Is this a business decision, or is it personal? Because if it's business, I'll go away happily. But if it's personal, I'll go away. But I won't be happy.
With work, play, friendship, family. These are the things that matter. This is what we'd forgotten. The simplest things.
I will not sacrifice the Enterprise. We've made too many compromises already, too many retreats. They invade our space, and we fall back. They assimilate entire worlds, and we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell. But as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe.
Every hour, this very minute perhaps, dark forces attempt to penetrate this castle's walls. But in the end, their greatest weapon is you. Just something to think about.
Are you looking for silky smooth? Because that is exactly what you're going to find here. Our first actor has accumulated a very manifold filmography over the years, with roles varying from The Thing to Agent Cody Banks, and from Platoon to even The Princess and the Frog. And I'm just saying, it would definitely be a treat to be one of this man's friends from the other side. Number 10 goes to Keith David.
Violence is a language that people understand. And sometimes, when it's necessary, oh, it sounds beautiful. These convictions you hold are far more dangerous to the truth than to lies.
If ever there is a voice to epitomize the high society British scene, it would be this one. In all of its snooty and posh glory, this is a voice you oftentimes love to hate, especially when it's the one killing Mufasa. But that's just part of what makes it so great. Number 9, Jeremy Irons.
In America, it's fame rather than class. Now, after all this unpleasantness, I always get the best table.
Speaking of the unpleasantness.
Oh, yes. I suppose we better discuss your fee.
Now, if gravitas is what you're after, then you're going to get a kick out of this. With one of the most masculine voices you'll ever hear, it's no wonder they got this guy to be the OG James Bond. Number 8 goes to Sean Connery.
You see these little oak leaves? They're silver. That means that I'm a lieutenant colonel. If they were gold, then I'd be a major. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Because the next time you see an officer of the army, you'll be able to recognize his rank. And he won't get pissed off and accidentally hurt you. Understand? Hither.
It doesn't stop there with thick accents from the British Isles. As a lifelong supporting actor, this man's voice is perfectly suited for the role of companion or mentor, as evidenced by his portrayals of Gimli, Indiana Jones's friend Sala, and even Aladdin's dad. Number 7 goes to John Rhys Davies.
From the sunny Isle of Man. You should have seen it yesterday and the day before. It was miserable as sin. But here on the sunny Isle of Man, we have had our 34th day of no virus infections.
Time for some villainy. With a voice like this, it's as if this actor was born to play villainous characters. Most famously, Hans Gruber and Professor Severus Snape. With the number 6 selection and a huge rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. I can tell you how to bottle fame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death.
On the flip side of things, this actor's back catalog includes creating Narnia, saving 1,200 people from the Holocaust, training Batman, and taking on all of Eastern Europe in a quest to find his recently taken daughter. Kicking off the top 5 is Liam Neeson.
But I know the rage that drives you, that impossible anger strangling the grief until the memory of your loved one is just poison in your veins. And one day you catch yourself wishing the person you loved had never existed. So you'd be spared your pain.
As much as we all love Alan Rickman, I think it should go without saying that the distinction for ultimate villainous thespian and possessor of the most evilest voice belongs elsewhere. In the hands of Count Dooku, Sauron, 10-time Dracula portrayer, and the number 4 pick on this list, Christopher Lee.
Sauron has regained much of his former strength. He cannot yet take physical form, but his spirit has lost none of its potency.
Concealed within his fortress, the Lord of Mordor sees all. His gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh.
Alright, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Please, please, please don't hate me for this, but third place goes to Morgan Freeman. Now, I know what you're thinking. What? How could Morgan Freeman possibly just be third place? Isn't he like pop culture's de facto narrator? And I would agree. I think as far as narration goes, Morgan Freeman is definitely in a league all his own. I mean, his credentials speak for themselves. But I truly believe that our top 2 finalists have voices that are even more magnificent.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain.
Coming in second place is a name that I'm sure most people probably aren't that familiar with. During his career, this actor was much more inclined to the stage than the screen, serving as a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company for many years. But what he's most known for are his many voice acting credits, the most famous of which was for Judge Claude Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. A baritone to end all baritones, it's a wonder we could find anyone better than our number 2 pick, Tony Jay.
You think you have defeated me, Kane? It is not possible. I exist in places you cannot find.
This is the big one. With a voice that could split firewood, this actor possesses a set of pipes that could rival even Zeus. Most know him as Darth Vader or Mufasa, but I know him as the champion of this list. Number 1 goes to the man, the myth, the legend, James Earl Jones.
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, It's a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, just hit whatever you need to hit. Thursdays at 2 p.m., you know where to find me.